Because for some
Yeah.
people, that's how they find meaning in destroying the lives of somebody else. That's it. And Twitter and social media has just created a safer platform for cowards to just be more cowardly.
And more vocal
Right.
without with having hiding behind
But
a
of course,
screen.
the ultimate, that's what cowardice is. You can't stand behind what you claim to represent it to believe. See? So here in Seychelles, guess what we have? Gossip Corner.
Ah,
See, we have elevated it to almost canon as far as news. It's so
it
destructive,
is, yeah.
right? And so once you give platform to things like this and legitimize it, it's like, but what do you expect is going to happen? Because they're already telling you they've got arrows with flames on them, poison. Now just give us a place, a range, a field, so we can just shoot them. So now you create this platform. Like, oh wow, boom, 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 boom. See, and they're like, oh
It's
man,
not constructive at
it's not
all.
constructive, because
Yeah.
those elements are there. Miserable people, resentful people, you know, self-destructive people are everywhere in the world. So how do I deal with that is a completely different story.
And part of that, I really believe, is educating kids about the basic functioning of their brains. I do workshops with people sometimes, and I am blown away by how many people who are in high positions, in authoritative positions in this country, that have no idea how their brains function or their nervous system or their stress responses, and they're entrusted with so much responsibility over other people, yet they don't even know that the mind, the brain, is more drawn to negativity because we're constantly trying to pick up threats and possible dangers so we can protect ourselves and make sure we're safe, and understanding that you need to train your mind out of that. Whereas we actually live in a culture that feeds that more than anything. It's very primal.
Man, there's a new theory that I've stumbled upon last year, actually a couple years ago, and now they're slowly integrating it in therapy. It's called polyvagal theory, um, by Stephen Porges. And there's a lady named Deb Dana. She's a therapist, and so she started integrating polyvagal theory into informed therapy. And basically, polyvagal is a science of safety.
Mm.
So they talk about how we are always, the body is always kind of figuring out what threat is there to our existence and what safety is there for our development. And it's so true. Then unconsciously, we're always kind of sussing out where the threat is coming. But if I'm caught up into this place of danger and threat at all times, so everything else is looked as a possible threat.
And that becomes your
Right,
foundational
right,
mindset.
right.
And
Especially if
that's,
you've been bitten before,
yeah.
and your nervous system never forgets what you've been through before. Your autonomic nervous system, if the message has been reinforced, that means the world is dangerous. So you're always heightened, anxious.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and then your body produces all this cortisol, this you know, danger, watching, hormones, and you're tense. You're more ready to just speak rather than listen. See, because you don't want to be attacked, you don't want to be destroyed. Which instead of creating an environment where we engage people. So starting with kids, it's like let's not just. I think teaching them about the nervous system is powerful, but let's teach them about compassion.
Mm.
Let's teach them about empathy. See,
Absolutely.
let's
Yeah.
teach them about play, like you said. If we start integrating these things into early development in schools, from pre-K actually, we make it a curriculum. We make it a very intentional goal of teaching our kids about compassion, the benefit of compassion through play, right? Card games, wait your turn, and then somebody trying to cheat. It's like, what does that do to you? It's not fair.
Yeah.
See, like we start integrating those things and reinforcing these things. My goodness me, we're creating a society that's much more balanced, much more understanding, much more merciful, and then more productive ultimately.